Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Monday the 31st of the 5th 2021. The time is just gone 0400 GMT. Asian session still running, coming to a close, European session firing up shortly, and our lunchtime North American session. Right, Friday the 28th, the last full trading day last week then, we had a negative unopposed driver in the pound at minus 41. No backdoor flows. The opposing positive flows were going into the dollar, plus 25, into the euro, plus 9. And the yen was the positive rocket, plus 7. Activity plus or minus 41. Last week then, to give you some context, we had a negative unopposed driver in the yen at minus 380. No backdoor flows. The opposing positive flows were mainly going into the pound at plus 210, into the euro at plus 122, and the dollar was the positive rock at plus 48. Activity plus or minus 380 for the week. Right, so last week we had yen weakness, pound strength, euro strength, and a bit of dollar strength. Intraday then, Asian session to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a positive opposed driver in the yen this time, plus 45, front and back door flows, mainly coming out the euro at minus 34, out the dollar at minus 29. And the pound is the positive rocket plus 18, activity plus or minus 63. What's going to knock this about? Well, basically it's NFP week this week, but we've got significant AUD data. So China manufacturing PMIs came in positive. We've had that. German CPI's tier 1 event today, otherwise light, so Monday's light. Tuesday we've got the AUD rates decision. Wednesday we've got the AUD GDP, and Thursday we've got AUD trade balance and US ADP, which is the run into non-farm payrolls on the Friday. So quite a lot happening, and there's a lot going on in the AUD. Right, so let's just have a look at the flows and the asset classes. Our trades are about 2,400 points profit at the moment, from a peak of 6,500. So they've come back about a third, but nowhere near what they were. So euro basically is weak, except against the dollar, the CAD, and the NZD, which are weaker. The yen is strong, except against the AUD. The pound is strong, except against the yen, AUD, and the Swiss. The Swiss is strong, except against the yen and the AUD. The CAD is weak, except against the dollar. The AUD is strong across the board. The NZD is weak, except against the dollar and the CAD, and the dollar is weak across the board. So what have we got? We've got dollar weakness so far in the Asian session, and AUD strength as well. Take your pick in the middle. Right, what's been happening in the asset classes? So we normally start with the US dollar index. Right, so the US dollar index basically looks about something like this. It's just 89.98, soft, near the double low. Right, gold normally likes a strong dollar, a weak dollar, sorry, and arguably that's happening. It's 0.17 from the high. Big recovery in gold. Oil likewise is near the highs. oil's 0.14 from the high. Wall Street, basically it broke, it came back, and it's now 0.125 from the high, modelled high. S&P, double top, broke, it's come back, it's 0.10 from the high, and the tech is about 0.22 from the high, so the tech still lagging, but it's come up quite a bit. US 10-year, basically you've got this huge spike and whipsaw on, this was the 28th, which was Friday, 28th of the 5th, Friday. So you had this like big push down in the price, so yields coming up, and now you've got this big spike up in the price, which means yields are soft, and the bund, which is the equivalent, looks like this. It's 0.38 from the floor, so the bunds come off the floor, and so the price has come up, so the yields have come down. So we're looking at softer yields across the board, and the dollar's had this like significant whipsaw. Right, so not the dollar, the US 10-year. Right, right, what else have we got? Copper. Well, copper's, where is it? It's basically 0.25 from the high, so it's thinking about recovering. Not bad. And US steel sold off at the double top, came off, and it's now 0.29 from the high, so roughly similar. Commodities are having a little bit of a pause. Right, so let's just do the final analysis and then see what we think's going. So you've got this. The key, I think, is obviously you've got we're running into NFP this Friday. The AUD is significant. So we've got we're short dollar USD against euro, pound, AUD, and we're short NZD against euro, pound, CAD, and AUD, and we're about plus 2,400 points profit at the moment. Right, right. So AUD, NZD is where the action's likely to be. On the floor pretty much at the moment. You're likely to see, it looks like it wants to go down, so you're likely to see this sort of action and then a massive upswing. So you're going to get this like hockey stick effect. Where we've got minimum positions now on the AUD NZD, having been given a bit of a hard time last couple of weeks. So it looks like it's excuse me, potentially gonna be sold off a little bit, just because they can, and then we're going to get this rip roar in the AUD. So that's what we're thinking, and that's what we're gonna. If we start to get a big sell-off in the AUD, we're looking to add long. Right, hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you.